And away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the premiere episode of Hustle and Claw, the iHunt game that we're going to be doing for the next few weeks here on EncounterRP. I'm excited to be here. I hope the rest of you are too. Nobody guessed it in chat while I was in the tunnel, so I'm your GM, Yennefer of Vangerberg. And we're here to play a game today.
No werewolves for them.
No, not a single werewolf. Werewolves are... That's not true. I can't ban werewolves from this game. Have you guys met me? Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you are all here with us today. Before we get started, a couple of fun things I want to tell you all about. If you're here with us live, we are playing iHunt. This is a tabletop role-playing game by Machine Age Productions. It's radical, and you're all gonna love it. It is based around the app iHunt, for which all of these lovely faces around me have their second job through hunting monsters. It's gig economy. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. It uses the Fate rules. We're using Fate Accelerated because it's easier to learn, because none of us have ever played Fate before, except in kind of one-offs here and there. So we're going to be learning as we go. We're excited for all of you to be here learning with us. If you are live with us in the chat, as I mentioned before, you can influence this game in a number of ways. We have our live tweet that is out right now, which is already almost to 20 retweets, which is our first goal. When we get to 20, we'll give our players here a boon, something nice for them. When we get to 30, I'll get something nice so I can bully them a little bit. And then when we get to 40, the cast will get it back. For this game, that will be the edge, which is the edge. They get an extra dice that they can roll to have the edge over a situation. It's pretty great. In addition to that, we've got our donations. You can donate all kinds of things. Crits, which will give their players advantage on a roll. Big crits, truths, pet pals, in which they could have pets, which is awesome. So yeah, lots of things you can donate. We really, really appreciate that, and lots of exciting stuff always comes out of those. So feel free, tell us in chat who you want your donation to go to. And then we have our sub goal. So for every 5 subscribers that we get here on the channel today, our wonderful cast of characters will get to take a selfie. So selfies are the advancement mechanic in this game. There's a lot of really fun stuff that you can do with them, but so you'll just be giving them a moment to talk about something that was fun, take a selfie, and maybe have their characters boosted a little bit. So if you want to help them out and get some fun selfie talk, subscribe to the channel. If something happens during the game today that you like or you think is particularly funny or good, please clip it and post it in the Discord so we can put it in contention for Clip of the Week. We like to go through all of those, and I just like to watch the clips of the game, so put those in there. If you're later with us on YouTube, we appreciate you very much. Also, leave a comment down below, and we'll put you in contention for Comment of the Week. Plus, we just love to hear what you think about our shows, because we love you. That's the important stuff that I have to say. I'm Savvy, at Savvy Seaworth, and I'm going to be the director of this game. But I want to go around and have my wonderful players introduce themselves and their characters. So I want to start with Celeste, and then go down to Morgan and around. Who are you?
Hey everybody, I'm Celeste. If I can speak, they, ze, or he pronouns. I am playing Yuna, who uses she, her pronouns. She is a tough, punk, lesbian bitch with attitude. And we absolutely love her. She's all about the party. She's all about the having fun. And, because, you know, any day could be your last with the way the world is going. So, I mean, like, live it up now, right? I'll sleep when I'm dead. So she's looking to have a good time dressed up as a pirate at this Halloween party, looking for that booty.
All right, and I'm Morgan, also known as Imaginatrix all over the interwebs. I am playing Tracy Jones. She is your goth GF, at least she would be if she even deigned to look at you. She's kind of into the dark and the spooky and macabre, and yeah, she's here to kick some monster butt, and at this Halloween party she's a vampire, which is impeding my speech, so that might change later on.
I'm Drac, or Draconics, and today I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to be playing Eos, who also uses he, him pronouns. He is a passive-aggressive giant, just a larger man that doesn't use physical violence, but uses words to hurt people. You know, the right way to do it. And he couldn't be bothered to really get a costume, so he's going to this party in a onesie. I believe it's a tiger onesie. Yeah. So
I guess that's jumping over to me. Hi, I'm Brendis of Party Wipe Games. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Ashton, aka Ash Dixon. They couldn't decide on a costume this year, so they are a cowboy vampire. And they are best described as a shy, mousy inventor. We'll see how long my things stay too.
Oh, sorry. So everyone, I'm Elise, also at D&D Elise. I'm a DM skill writer, and today I'm playing Marceline. She goes by Marcy for short. She is a nerdy metal hacker who's tired of the oligarchy. So she's ready to hack stuff, break stuff, and take care of those monsters.
Wonderful. I love this crew already. I can't wait to spend the next few weeks traumatizing them. Great. So those are our wonderful people. We have already hit our goal of 20 retweets. So what that is going to do is give you all the edge. We talked about the edge before when we were talking about the rules of the game. So you have that as a group. I don't know who wants to be in charge of knowing that you have that, because I'll forget.
I will forget as well. I'll definitely forget.
Marcy gets out her notebook.
Yeah, I have my notebook too, so.
All right, so y'all remember you have that. So when we get into a situation where we start making rolls, you all can decide when you want to use that. Thanks, everybody. Once we get to 30, I get it. But yeah, so let us... I think that's it. Are you guys ready to get started?
Ooh, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Flip over. October 31st, 2020. It's Halloween. And the students of UC San Gennaro are doing what they do best. Spending their last few bucks on shitty liquor, dressing up in costumes that guarantee they'll be freezing come nightfall, and getting wasted on fraternity row. At some point during the night, you've all made your way to Sigma Chi, the fraternity that's known for having the biggest house and the richest dads. You all show up one by one at this party, so I'm going to call you out one by one, and I want you to tell me as you enter this huge brick fraternity house, sort of 2 stories, white columns out in front of it. It's completely obnoxious. What you look like, what your character looks like. Did you wear a costume? If it is, what is it? We already talked about that a little bit. Why is your character at a frat party, and how awkward is it? Let's start with Yuna. What does Yuna look like?
Yuna is a young Asian American lady. She looks, she's got a mohawk, and she's normally wearing leather. In fact, she's still wearing her combat boots. She never leaves home without the combat boots. But the pirate costume is distinctly not leather. She was trying to go for something a little bit different than she usually does. She's kind of on the short side, about 5'4", and she is here for the booze, no matter how shitty it might be, and to see exactly how much trouble she can get up to. Right now, she's got her phone out as she walks up to the building, and she's texting Ash, seeing when they're going to be here, because they were going to arrive together, but Ash is running late, so...
All right, and as you take your phone out to text Ash, just as you send the text, you see them coming down the sidewalk. Ash, what's Ash got going on?
Ash is probably in just full sprint trying to keep their costume together. They probably left a late class. They've got their backpack, but they showed up in class in costume, so they're probably one of the few. Cowboy hat, duster, vampire fangs, red sunglasses that they can't see through. They're probably 5 foot nothing, could get tipped over with a strong breeze. But they have all of their computer and engineering stuff in the backpack, but they come and they reach Yuna and are just panting. I'm here. I made it.
You're a nerd, and I love you. You brought all your school stuff, really?
I didn't have time to go home.
Okay. We'll just have to shove it off in a corner where nobody's gonna get into it.
Yeah, they won't want to take this stuff anyways. Bunch of frat boys. How are they going to know what a drone or a robot arm or high explosives will do anything? It's fine.
Well, even if we can't find somewhere to shove the stuff, I'm sure we can find somewhere to make out, right?
Haha, yeah, for sure.
All right, is the two of you... Did you say you have explosives in your backpack?
Definitely didn't say that. There might be explosives.
Okay, well, I'll remember that. As the two of you head into the party, finding somewhere there's a coat closet to sort of shove Ash's things into. Shortly after, let's see, you see walking in the front door, Tracy. What's Tracy got going on? And does Tracy want to be here?
Tracy is just wearing regular dark toned clothes, has her hair down for once, usually it's in a braid, and green eyes, kind of just doesn't want to be here, but thinks at least it might be funny to watch frat boys pretend to get super drunk, mostly because she knows the guys who hooked them up with the beer, and a lot of it's not real. So she's super into that. Thinks that's going to be hysterical. And she knows her friends are going to be here at least, and they did the whole, oh, you have to come, and she goes, oh my gosh, I totally don't want to, but I guess I will, and showed up anyway.
All right, well, across the room, you see Yuna and Ash, I assume, breaking into the booze.
Hey,
oh yeah, Yuna is just already.
Yeah, you might want my flask instead, because that stuff's gonna do nothing for you.
What'd you bring?
Whiskey?
Cool.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
okay. I would have brought my own. You didn't tell me? I would have brought my own.
Yeah, sorry, I just got really caught up in how funny it was that it switched out, so...
Okay, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, you guys ready to see some frat boys make some fools of themselves?
Always. It's always a good time.
Oh, men.
Men indeed.
All right, and as the three of you start making your way through the party, you see, hard not to, a large form enter soon after Eos. What do you got going on? And do you want to be here?
Eos is a pretty big guy. I think he'd be like 6'1", 6'2", and that's him slouching right now because he really doesn't want to be here. He's wearing as you can see, a tiger onesie. It's clear that he wasn't really trying to really dress up. He definitely had this. I had to grab this last minute. Probably just grabbed it out of his closet because he doesn't want to splurge. He doesn't have the money to splurge, I guess, on an actual costume. He's wearing he's got the onesies like trouser legs rolled up. He's wearing just really simple black trainers, and he's probably got his hoodie up because he's trying, despite the outrageous costume thing he's wearing, he's trying not to be seen. The reason why he's actually here and the reason why he followed through coming is because he helped somebody with their coursework and assignment they had to do, and he's coming to get paid. So he's looking for that person now. Random name. His name is Nick. He's in the same course as him, and and he's looking for Nick right now.
Okay. All right. So you head in, start looking around for one of these fraternity members named Nick, who you helped with probably, I don't know, math. What is it? You're doing physics?
Physics, yeah.
Okay, so some science or math related. Of course, you start to look around for Nick, and over to one side, you see together, passing around a flask, Yuna, Tracy, and Ash, who I assume also see you. You sort of being ahead above the usual crowd.
Ayo, Eos!
You don't need to shout my name out that loudly. Okay, yeah. You guys, I didn't think I'd seen you guys here. Can I have some? I was point at the flask.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'll take
So
a big
I
swig.
Didn't really expect to see you here.
Yeah, I'm
And
here.
went all out for the costume.
All out? I don't know. You guys seem to be pretty legit with your cowboy and
Vampire.
but you've got vampire cow. Couldn't you just make? You know what? Never mind. You look good, Trey.
A pirate was already taken.
Thank you. I'm dressed as myself, just with fangs, but thanks.
I stand by what I said.
All right, then.
And I passed
All
the
right.
flask
You pass the flask back, and as the millennial energy in the room continues to grow, you all see making her way through the crowd, sparkling plastic tiara on her head, Marcy.
So Marceline is kind of tall and lanky. She's wearing she volunteers at Renfest regularly, so she got out a Ren Fair dress and the crown and the fake plastic jewelry. She's here for the wine and cheese and to hang with her friends. So the nearest wine bottle, she's grabbing some wines in and filling up her fun flask. She also has her backpack on 'cause she just got out of lab, so she's got computer tools, some administrative stuff, some fits notes. So I'm just drinking some wine. I'm hey guys. You guys been snacks yet?
Yes,
There's
queen!
There's a closet you can put your bag in. Just be careful not to bang it up against my bag. Delicate materials in there.
Okay, so she unzips the front pocket to pull out some USBs, sticks them in her pocket, and then she tosses her backpack in the closet.
Flinches visibly for a moment.
Yeah, protect software. Oh, so
Yeah,
Miss
software.
Nathan, good
Nothing yet. Eos being charming as ever.
Thank you. Oh, God, I don't. Vampire and a cop. Could you just pick one?
No, never. Who's to say that I couldn't have been a rancher before I was converted?
Oh, God.
Listen, cowboys are hot. Vampires are hot.
Yuna gets it.
Plus, I'm really into biting, so.
I mean, I guess you're allowed to have a really wrong opinion. I guess I'm only gonna silently judge you.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't add a cowboy hat to my costume.
You can borrow mine for sure.
I might take you up on that. I think it kind of clashes with my whole aesthetic here, though.
That's true. But, I mean, before the night's over, maybe we can make it a vampire tiger. Who knows?
No. It was honestly just a stretch getting me to come as a tiger. I was just going to come in casual wear, but I didn't want to stand out too much, but I feel like I'm already standing out.
You are wearing a bright orange jumpsuit, so yes.
I mean, I saw weirder, so I hoped that there'd be weirder here as well.
Should have gone for the unicorn.
No, pink isn't my color. I promise you.
Don't worry, honey, it's not mine either.
I don't think pink is anyone's color.
I don't know, I've seen some girls make it work. There's this girl in one of my classes, Romana. She wears this nice, it's kind of a softer pink sweater most of the time. Oh, it's super cute on her.
As much as I enjoy talking, I guess, fashion, have any of you seen Nick around? He always...
I think he's taking shots of fake beer in the kitchen. I don't know who takes shots of beer, but that's what he's doing.
That sounds like
they're
Nick.
not like beer parties.
I'm gonna go head over to Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eos, you head into the kitchen, where you do indeed find Nick surrounded by a few other of his fraternity brothers and guests playing. You're not sure. You can't parse this game, whatever it is that they're doing. It does involve beer and shot glasses, but yeah, he is in there. As you enter, sort of in your bright orange onesie, he kind of slams a shot glass down on the table, and you hear a bunch of A's, and he sort of waves over at you, bro.
Oh god, yeah, Nick.
So, this is my math, bro.
I've got it. You can just call me Eos. Math, just Eos is fine. You have the money, right?
Oh,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure I
totally.
got way higher grade than you could have done your own. So I think I kind of actually want to charge a bit extra.
How much?
£50 extra would be good.
Is that a lot?
No, it's actually, I'm giving you a friend's discount here, a math bro discount if you think about it that way.
Cool. Yeah, he pulls out his wallet, pulls the money out, hands it to you, sort of just a folded stack of bills. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
He's handed you like $200. He doesn't.
Yeah. He counts and goes, You're really lucky I gave you this friend discount, honestly. This would have been so much more.
Yeah, man, I totally appreciate it.
No problem, man. Just a quick question. I have no intention of playing, but what the fuck are you guys doing here? This is beer, right? Why are they in shot glasses?
Well, it's part of the game.
And what does the game like entail?
If I'm being honest, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, well, good luck with this game. Thank you. Thanks for doing. It's great doing business with you. If you need more help, you know where to find me. Won't be able to give you the friend discount next time though. That was like a first time coming kind of thing. So just
That's okay. My dad will cover it.
Cool. And I turn and head back to the rest of them.
All right. You head back to the rest of your friends, money in hand, electric bill paid for this month through your tutoring. He probably got like a C on the test.
It's way better than he usually gets.
Way better. Yeah, so you head back over to your group of friends. The party continues for a while. The music very loud, combined with sort of the chatter of people around you, the occasional yelling from beer pong tables. It's loud in here. Are there any party shenanigans that you all want to get up to? Just real quick. I have to ask.
Yuna.
I'm gonna put a. Oh, sorry, God.
Yuna, knowing full well that this beer is fake, wants to impress everybody. She's gonna do a keg stand.
Okay. Okay. Let's get a roll going in here. We haven't rolled dice yet. Let's see. So this is going to be a roll with just passive opposition. So essentially, I'm going to give you a target number, and you will roll your fate dice plus a relevant stat. What do you have any skills that you think would make you particularly good at keg stands? This is like a fun test roll.
I'm not really sure. I think I could maybe make a case for fighter, because that makes me kind of on the strong side. And you know, doing a keg stand requires upper body strength.
That is true. Do you have like a... Let's see. Do you have like athletics?
I do
or
not.
Something similar? We'll say fighter.
Okay,
Why not?
So
I should pull up the list of skills. All right. So hit me with a regular roll, and then you can add a +2.
So I roll 3 of these things. These face.
Yeah.
fate
So
dice
you roll 3 fate dice. If you're rolling in roll 20, I've got a roll macro in there for you. If you'd like to use
that's right. And then do I add to the result, or... Oh,
yes.
Here we go. There's a field. 0.
Okay. Yeah, that's around your average. So we hit 0 for mediocre, +1 for average. So yeah, that's fine. You be sure to get up and do a keg stand. It's not quite as impressive as maybe you would have liked. You kind of wobble a little bit, but you're up there for long enough that people notice, and it's really not that difficult. It's very sort of watery, not good. It doesn't taste good.
That's
you
not
do
the
it.
point. I'm putting on a show.
you flip down, feet hitting the ground after a minute, and the sort of partygoers directly around you sort of applaud, very, very excited that the party has now seriously begun. Awesome.
So while everyone's distracted with the keg stand, I'm gonna slip like a punk rock album in the CD player to put on some like Adolescence or some Agent Orange to really get the party started.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. This is fun. We'll use these to do some practice rolls. Do you have a skill that you think would make you particularly sneaky?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm an investigator, so I could find the DVD player or the CD player, but I don't know. I don't know if I really have anything that's stealthy though.
That's okay. So we use investigator just for fun. So while everyone's distracted, you very quickly start looking around the room. You very quickly find the place where the music is. There is sort of a large stereo on one side, and you very quickly sort of just pull out a CD, pop it in, hit play, unplug the aux cord on the iPod real quick, and the music starts to change. Go ahead and roll for me, plus whatever your investigate is.
So if it's a good +3, that's a 3. So roll 3 fate dice. Oh, and yeah, so I think I got a -1. So I rolled 2 minuses and a blank. So I think I got a -1.
The blank 0. So yeah. Yeah, so you do this, and yeah, almost immediately somebody sort of turns to you and is like, What are you doing?
I'm IT. What do we do? I'm just rebooting the system. Yeah. Testing out the things. I don't know.
Just kind of look at you very odd, kind of walk away awkwardly, not really sure what to do in this situation. But regardless, you change the mood of the room just a little bit.
And out of character, can I ask a fake question? So when I'm rolling dice,
Sure.
do we add a modifier of any sort to that, or is it just straight what your dice roll is?
I'm going to have to look to make sure that I'm telling you guys the right thing. So
I saw a plus something on the other something's roll. So like, ooh, I missed something.
Yeah, so you will essentially roll, if my understanding is correct, you'll roll for your rolls 3 fate dice and then add whatever your skill is to that.
Oh, so if it says good +3, 3 would be the modifier? That'd be great.
That's my understanding. I'm gonna double check.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, that would be a 2 then. So, because I didn't add the 3. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yes, so the way we're working with it in iHunt is you've got 3 fate dice and your modifier. If you roll with the edge, or is it 4 fate dice? Let me just hit the macro real quick. I believe it's 4. It's 4 fate dice. You've got 4 fate dice. Okay. I made the macro and then immediately forgot. So you've got 4 fate dice. You can add your modifier. If you roll with the edge, it is 3 fate dice and the edge dice, which is just a regular d6.
Okay.
We've got it.
Cool.
We've never played this game before.
Yeah, I'm a D&D player, so I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So
we'll get. That's why we're testing it out, doing things that don't really matter at a Halloween party. Yeah, so you start to get some funny looks, Marcy, but people sort of go with it for a while.
Yeah, I just started drinking wine like nothing happened.
just taking sips out of a bottle of wine that you have snagged that I'm sure one of these sorority sisters brought. That's where you all find the real stuff. You're good at investigating, so immediately you're able to make your way past all of the watered down and or fake beer to the cooler of wine, real wine, that some of the sorority girls have brought with them because they know what's up.
Okay, so I elbow my friends, whoever's closest. I'm like, hey guys, I found the good stuff. And I just start passing it out. And I'm out of there.
Finally, that stuff just like this. Jesus. Ugh.
So Marcy just starts passing around bottles of wine.
Tracy just tucks her flask back into her skirt and is like, do you think I could scam some people here?
Absolutely.
Oh, easily.
Oh, they're drunk. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So
Drunk.
Tracy is gonna pull out her tarot deck.
Okay.
And she's gonna go, free tarot readings, get your Halloween tarot reading, find out what this year has in store for you for only a low price of $50.
You absolutely get some pull with that a couple of the party guests walk up to you. One particularly excited young woman dressed as a cat walks up to you. I'll do it.
Very cool. Have a seat, and she gestures to the kind of rundown, terrible-looking couch that is in the middle of this foyer of the frat house.
Cool.
She starts shuffling.
She sits down next to you.
Oh, I do require cash up front.
Cool. You don't take card?
You can Venmo me.
Oh,
Cool. She Venmos you $50. Immediately. All right. So you put on a little bit of a show with your tarot cards. Do you read her anything specific?
Oh my. It looks like you've been really, really into someone lately, haven't you been? Someone who's
Yeah.
here? Oh my gosh.
She starts
cards
like
are saying
looking around the
totally-
room.
The cards say that you should totally go for it.
I'm gonna have you do a roll as well to
Okay.
convince her to go for this.
So I have a cultist, which I think would give me like some pull over people, but also I have a grifter, so whichever one you think I should.
Ooh,
Add.
interesting. I think this is a straight up grift.
Okay.
So let's do, yeah. Well, my real question is, can you use more than one skill?
That is a good question.
Let's find out. Decide on your approach. I think it's just one. We'll do just one for right now, and I'll figure it out later. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll. So you have 4 fate dice, and then add whatever your grifter.
Okay. That's a 4.
Okay, that is a 4. That is great. On the ladder, I was gonna set it lower than that. So yeah, you start sort of describing the different cards to her and telling her that the cards are definitely saying she should go for it. And she's like nodding and her eyes are getting wide, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah,
And
now
she-
would be definitely a good time.
And yeah, and you see her sort of pop up off the couch. Thank you so much. And she starts quickly kind of making her way into the crowd.
Tell your friends.
I think you're able to do this a couple more times throughout the night. People go for it, so you make quick $150. All right. Anything else?
I've been going to all of Nick's friends, saying like, "Hey, do you need a tutor? Do you need anyone to help you with any assignments you have? You can ask Nick. I did a great job with him. I'll give you a math bro discount of $50 for this. Come on, you want to help? You want help?" So I was going to all of Nick's friends.
That's good. Yeah, you go around to Nick's friends, people you see him talking to, that kind of thing. Let me.
If Nick's around, I want to try and get Nick to back me up on how helpful I've been.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way around. You find Nick. Sort of pull him into this. Yeah. Go ahead and roll something for me. What kind of skill do you think you're using here, if any apply?
I don't think any applies at the moment.
And don't forget, you also have your aspects. and your fate points. So whatever your refresh is, that's how many fate points you have for this session. You can spend a fate point. So if you have an aspect that applies, you can spend a fate point to invoke it and get +2 to your roll.
Okay. What's I don't know, would professional fit here?
Yeah, I suppose if you're pitching yourself as a professional tutor.
Yeah, and I'd be like, hey, here's
Sure.
a satisfied customer.
Here's a testimonial. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So, yeah, go ahead. So you do your dice, and then add your professional.
+2. Oh, sweet.
All right, 3. Yeah, 3 is good. So yeah, that's plenty for this. Yeah, you go around. Nick is like hype manning really hard, telling everyone that he got a C on his last calculus test, and that's rad. So yeah, you get a couple of people, give them your phone number, sort of get them involved in this. They don't seem, again, this is a very particular group of people. They don't seem too concerned with the price. So yeah, you get a little bit more tutoring business. Excellent.
I think the whole time I'm like trying to hold back my laughter because like there are so many people better at this than me that could probably actually help these guys, but I mean they're not clearly not looking in the right place. So I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Nope, you got him. All right. Anything else? Any other shenanigans y'all want to get up to?
Ash would have migrated into the kitchen and is going to start cobbling together various ingredients from the refrigerator, cabinets, the watered down alcohol, whatever had been pilfered, and is going to start mixing drinks for people. And of course, charging, because that is what we are doing.
You're absolutely grifting the hell out of my Halloween party, and I love it.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
It might be a stretch, but I feel like Maker might work for this because it calls into crafting, and they are just cobbling together whatever they can with the ingredients available to them.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely buy that. So hit me with your roll for fate dice plus your Maker.
Yes. That's my 4. Oop, too many tabs. Okay. 4.
All right, yeah, that's a 4. That's plenty. You do great. According to my chart. But yeah, you do great. You start cobbling together just all kinds of random stuff, even stuff that like you think maybe wouldn't go together, but I don't know, maybe Ash has watched a lot of cooking shows. And it just, you have a general good idea for how to create things. So you mix a few drinks, and as it starts to go along, people start to really enjoy it. They start to pay you a little bit more. Somebody sets up a solo cup on the counter next to you as a tip jar. And yeah, you make a little bit of money slinging weird drinks with sriracha mixed into them.
Oh, yeah. I also light them on fire too, because that's always that quality touch.
Ooh. Yeah, they'll pay extra for that for sure. Yeah, so you all get into the wine, sling some drinks, run some grifts, change the music and the tone of the party a little bit, and I feel like probably after a little bit actually kind of have a good time, knowing that this was not a wasted night, and you'll all at least be able to like pay your electric bill for this month just for coming to a Halloween party, so that's nice. We did hit, before we move on, our goal of 30 retweets, so I will have the edge in one of our situations as well, which I will choose to implement as I see fit. So thank you everybody for retweeting that tweet. I'll put that in my notes. All right, so that's gonna give me a good roll at some point, and you all still have yours as well, so we'll sort of apply those in the order they happened, so y'all get to use yours first. That seems fair. So, the chat has concerns. The party goes on. You all get up to your shenanigans, have some fun, make some cash. Later on that night, it's probably hitting 11:30, close to midnight. At this point, all of you receive a notification on your cell phone. It is from the iHunt app, and you see a familiar like little round clock symbol next to the notification at the beginning of the text. Now, you don't get these very often. Usually, you would just troll around on the app, swiping through until you find a job you can take and claim it, but very, very rarely a time-sensitive hunt comes through. So people within a certain radius are notified. These jobs are rare, they pay well, they are difficult to claim because the sooner someone takes and completes the job, generally they will receive more bonus pay. So this is a highly sought after thing, and you all happen to be within the 5-mile radius of these. So you pull it up and look at the listing. In sort of bold letters underneath a photo, it says, "Mob infiltrating startup. Urgent," in all caps. There's a photo of a business complex. Sometimes there aren't photos at all on the app. Very rarely do people actually catch photos of the monsters they want people to hunt, because if they're going to get that close, they're probably going to die. So you usually get either a very blurry photo of some woods or a photo of the location, perhaps the person doing the listing. But it's a nearby business complex. A few of you recognize it. It's only a few miles away from campus, and the sign that a person standing under says, where did it go? It says Garrison Technologies Incorporated. EOS, you recognize the guy in the photo that's sort of standing there giving a thumbs up under the logo. This is Andrew Garrison, brother of Nick Garrison, your favorite tutoring student. You know a little bit about this guy. They have an incredibly rich dad. That's why they're part of one of the richest fraternities. Andrew is a few years older and on his 5th tech startup funded by his rich dad. He's a lot like his brother. Okay. So it looks like that's who has put this job up. In the top corner, you can see this is a 3-star job. All of you are, I'm gonna say, starting out as at least 3-star hunters. You've done a good job so far. If your rating goes down, you have to take lower rated jobs, and the higher the rating, the more dangerous, and generally the more money you get. This is a 3-star job. The payout in the top right-hand corner is $2,500. That would be split between the 5 of you if you take it on as a team. But the description underneath the job reads, "Urgent," in all caps again. "Group of monsters attacking business overnight. Hunter must exterminate. $1,000 bonus if finished in 8 hours. $500 bonus to discover source. $500 bonus for cleanup. Client is business owner. Will meet at office once job is accepted. No expenses." And you get that a lot, where people will offer a larger amount of money to not have to pay your expenses for equipment up front. So, what do you think?
I think we probably
Got
have
my laptop in the closet. I'm ready.
So I think the moment we see that, I think we all kind of jump into the group and did you all see that?
Yeah. Ash is probably sitting in Yuna's lap, and they're just sharing the phone, and it's
I'm so glad we went to the same place for that.
Yeah, I brought the van. We can all fit in. It's got a big dragon on the side, but we can park in an alley somewhere.
I mean, I didn't bring my gear. You guys have anything I didn't think I was going to need to find any monsters today, actually.
I got a few. I got in the van, there's a tire wrench, a couple baseball bats from last time. That work?
No prop sword for him.
I got a
I
knife
would
in
be
my
down
boot.
for a sword. I left mine at home. Why? I mean, I guess, yeah, always be prepared. I can't really say anything about that. Do you have a proper sword? I would be down for a sword. A katana. I'm in a katana mood right now.
I don't think. Well, maybe one of the frat boys upstairs has a katana in his room. I think a few of them might.
That's good. I'm just gonna go check. I'm gonna quickly run up the stairs to one of the rooms and see if any of them have outrageous weapons
Okay.
like swords and anything like that.
Yeah, I have put you around a bunch of 1%ers. They probably got something in there.
There's at least one katana.
There's a, let's roll for katana. Hit me with, you have any particular skill sets or aspects that would make you good at finding things quickly?
I have an investigator as my +2 skill. So I guess
No, that's
I can roll
perfect.
that.
Okay, let's investigate for katana.
Well, I mean, it's not a 0.
All right, that is a, what you got? 1. That's fine. He's probably got it hanging on the wall over his bed. Yeah, okay. I let you roll for it, and yep, that's how it goes. Yep, you find a katana hanging over someone's bed. It's not exactly well taken care of, so it might be a little dull. The sort of wrapping on the handle is sort of coming apart a little bit, but it's a sword. It's a big sword.
Even if I can't slash, I can at least bludgeon with it. So I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Downstairs. I know who it belongs to. I run past them and just pat them on the back, like, thanks for the sword, and just keep going past them.
What? Okay. He doesn't even
Can I raid the
register what's
garage?
happened.
Can I raid the garage to see if they have some bear mace or maybe one of the bug sprayers? I feel like that would stop something. Yeah.
Sure.
Non-lethals, but something like monster control.
Yeah, certainly. You head over into their garage. Let's keep the investigate rolls going.
Okay.
I'm gonna join in. Ash would probably pilfer their garage for any tools and miscellaneous mechanical stuff.
Okay.
That's a 1. 1.
It's a 1. Okay. You. Yeah, Marcy. You don't find anything major. You do get the impression that if they had any sort of bug issue, pest issue, anything like that, probably hire out for it. But you do find a couple of those aerosol cans of roach spray.
Okay.
That are pretty full. So.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, blind zombie. We got this.
All right. What you got, Ash?
2 for me. Looking for
Okay.
any mechanical stuff.
All right. Yeah. What kind of tools would they have in there?
I will just steal the toolbox if there is one available.
That seems perfectly reasonable. Yeah,
Also,
that seems perfectly reasonable.
Seeing Marcy grab the aerosols and stuff, they would be like, I can make a flamethrower with that. Hold on to those.
I have spare spray in the bathroom too if you need some flamethrowing. Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Ooh, or spray paint. That'd be another good one too.
What have I done? Yeah, so you all grab these aerosol cans. I'll say there's 3 of them. Marcy and then Ash, you sort of grab a heavy toolbox with a handle on top and swipe that, and you all make your way out to throw those into the van. Hello, friends from Perception Studios. Hello. Thank you for the raid. I'm so glad you all are here. All right, so we've swiped 3 aerosol cans of roach spray, a toolbox, and a katana. Any other stealing?
Do I need
You
to
wanted
roll
to.
to get all the steak knives?
No, I mean, I think you know where those are.
Yeah, I think I just find all the steak knives and just take them.
You just casually, while everyone is sort of distracted, it's getting later into the night, there's a lot of dancing and stuff going on, you just casually open up one of the drawers, because they don't have a knife block. It's a fraternity house. And they just scoop up a handful of steak knives and just kind of tuck them, I don't know, behind your back in your bag, and make your way out to the van. That's 4 thieves. Yuna, do you steal anything?
I imagine Ash probably picked up like a sledgehammer or something with that toolbox, and if not, I'm sure there's a tire iron laying around somewhere.
We can add one of those in. That seems perfectly reasonable. All right, so you all take all the things that you've stolen, keep track of those because I'll immediately forget what you have, and you make your way out to Marcy's van, toss everything in the back, pile up inside, and take the job. You wait the obligatory 10 minutes for anyone else on the app to outbid you. So that is another function of the iHunt app. For 10 minutes after a job is claimed, everyone else on the app can try to take the job out from somebody else, out from under somebody else by underbidding them slightly and doing it for a little bit less money. But it's Halloween night. Most people aren't working. So you wait the obligatory 10 minutes, confirm that you have taken this job, and you drive the 5 miles over to this business complex. It is an empty parking lot currently, for the most part, and you see the sort of darkened sign over one of the buildings reading Garrison Tech Inc. And you wait. And you wait. You wait for the owner to show up. About 15 minutes later, a nice car, sort of a sleek black coupe, pulls into the parking lot, parks a few spaces down from your van, and getting out of the car, you see the man from the photograph. He is in a suit, jacket, tie, shiny shoes, the whole deal. And he makes his way over to the front of the building and kind of stands waiting for all of you.
I think that's our guy.
Yeah,
What
that's
was the
the
bonuses
description.
on the app again?
Yes.
If we find the source and do cleanup, 500 each.
Okay, just double checking.
And then a $1,000
Oh,
bonus if you complete it within 8 hours
Oh, yeah.
from when you took the job. So from about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, perfect.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, I think we get out of the van in full costume.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you all approach, all 5 of you?
I mean,
I think we should send maybe two people to represent.
I have
Well,
a standing with
Gotta
their
be
little brother.
EOS.
Yeah.
I can go
fine with
too.
that.
Right.
Sounds good.
Okay, I can hang in the van just in case. So yes, I can hear.
I can start getting stuff ready.
Okay, so Marcy and Tracy hang out in the van. Ash, you sort of go to the back of the van to start preparing equipment, pulling stuff out of the toolbox, seeing what you've got to work with. Eos and Yuna, you make your way out of the van across the parking lot in full tiger and pirate costume to the storefront where Andrew Garrison is waiting for you. Eos, you definitely recognize him. He's only a few years older than Nick. They look very similar. So you can confirm that that is him, Mr. the name on the sign. But yeah, the two of you walk up, and he sort of looking around a little bit nervously, can wringing his hands. Every once in a while, as you do, he kind of looks in the window of his sort of office building. But as you approach, he sort of puts out a hand to shake yours. So, you them?
We are them. I like take his hand and give it a firm handshake.
Great. Quick
We've got a
response.
pet problem.
Yeah. Just the two of you?
Oh, no. There's a few others in the car.
Great. So just up front, I do want to let you know, trying to keep this low key. That's why I'm on the app. So you kind of keep this, out of the papers. Don't really want to get the cops involved, that kind of thing. Just kind of keep it on the DL, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, fuck cops.
Wait. I feel like that's extra work for us, right? Right. I feel like it's a little bit extra work. That wasn't included in the.
Yeah,
well,
that
that's-
wasn't exactly part of the agreement.
Yeah, but the standard for a 3-star job is $2,000, so kind of built in.
We'll do our best.
Right, and I'll kind of
Okay.
out the car window. I'll be like, "Hey, do you got keys to the security room? Because we may need to wipe footage, stuff like that. Maybe the server."
Yeah, we've got some security.
Okay.
So I don't have a lot of details for you. I don't really know monsters, but they're killing my people, which I don't like. So the past 2 nights in a row, I've had people here, working late, getting some extra stuff done after hours, and 7 of them have ended up dead.
Ooh.
One's in the hospital. And
Okay.
her description of what got her, it sounds like something out of a movie.
Most monsters like something out of movies.
I'll show you. And he turns around, sort of unlocks the front of the office door, and lets you inside. You're in sort of the first floor of this office complex. Where you are is essentially just a cubicle farm. Tons of cubicles, sort of open floor space. It is pretty dark in here, except for some emergency lights that are on. And he leads the two of you sort of around a couple of the cubicles, and you can see on one side of this, sort of all across this like tile floor and the sides of some of the cubicles, and then up onto the wall, just blood. A lot of blood. And as you get closer, there are some parts of something. And as you kind of make your way around to like the back, it gets worse. It's a mess in here. He sort of looks at all of you. You see my problem?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely see a problem. Okay, the description though. You said someone survived, or at least is in the hospital. Did they give a description of what happened here?
Yeah, Sandra, one of my programmers. Did y'all ever watch The Walking Dead?
I mean, the first few seasons, it got kind of boring after a while. You know?
Because that's kind of what it sounded like she was describing.
So zombies.
Well,
Are we allowed to say zombies? Or we have to say walkers?
hey, you're the experts. You all would know that generally, as a group, things like this are called the Hungry Dead.
Hmm.
I see why they went with walkers in the show, but yeah, no, the Hungry Dead. It sounds like what your friend Sandra came up against. Jeez, how are you feeling about this?
We got stuff. Just bash them over the head. It's not that hard.
I think we can take this job. Yeah, we can handle this.
Great. So, I'm gonna just let you get to it. I don't want to be in here with a bunch of people. I talked about the cleanup bonus, right?
Yeah.
This is what you meant. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Well,
sense.
just this and the hall closet. You know what? I'm sure you'll do great. You've got my number. You can contact me through the app. Got, I don't know, 7.5 hours before I have to reopen for my people to come back to work in the morning. So if any of it's not gonna get done, just let me know.
Yeah, sure, we'll do. But before you go, your friend Sandra got attacked and survived. Any bite marks? Were they acting normal? Anything odd about them?
I mean, as far as I could tell, she was a little delirious. I think that was from the concussion. As far as I could tell, she was okay. I mean, not okay. She got attacked, but
Yeah.
wait, is it actually contagious?
Maybe. I mean, there is some non-fiction to every fiction, I guess. Some truth to every fantasy.
You know what? I'll call her in the morning just to make sure.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Great. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for the work that you do. Once everything is done, check it out. Make sure you get paid for what you did.
We'll make sure.
Okay, bye. He very hurriedly sort of turns around and makes his way out of the building. Eos leaving you with a key to be able to sort of get into things and lock up the building when you're done. So, how would you all like to approach this? You have access to the building. We can get to sort of what you're looking for one more time. The payout of $2,500 is for total extermination. $1,000 bonus if you're done by 8 a.m. because I said it was around midnight. $500 to discover the source. $500 for cleanup.
Oh, I say they have a security camera room to check. Get a lay of land, see if there's anything crawling around.
Yeah. That, and so do we just have information on monsters, or could we do extended research on a specific monster if we know what it is to get more information?
Yeah, you could try to do some research. I mean, you all have a little bit of experience doing this. You have access to the app, which has a section essentially where hunters can go in, like a wiki. I'm going to call it a wiki, where people can sort of go in and be like, so I encountered a werewolf, but guess what? This one did freaking weird. So be on the lookout for that. So you guys, you can use that to your advantage.
Okay, because I think we should definitely like look and see what people who have dealt with the hungry dead have used to kill them before.
And to see if it's a contagious thing. Because then thunder might be an issue.
I have a recon drone or a utility drone. I can have it do recon while we're researching as well. Let it inside of the place. That way we're not putting ourselves at risk.
Sounds good to me.
And I'm mopping up the blood. I want to get a head start on the cleanup.
Okay. Yeah, so Eos goes to the hall closet that was pointed out to you. Go in looking for cleaning supplies. There are some in there. They're pushed up against the wall. There's a mop and a bucket. There's a sort of sink on one side where you can fill it up. There's also several bodies.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He mentioned the closet. Okay. I want to like give all of them a poke just to make sure that they're actually dead and staying dead.
Yes, they seem dead to you. They're not moving or grumbling or trying to bite you. Looks like maybe some of the employees.
In that case, I step over them like, oh, sorry, excuse me, just gonna get that mop over there. Sorry about that. And just tiptoeing around everyone, all of the bodies, making sure not to step on anyone.
So while he's like poking it with a stick, can we get kind of like an idea how long those bodies have been there? Are they like fresh or are they like stiff with rigor mortis? Kind
of. You don't get the impression they've been there for that long. Okay. This might be tonight's crop.
Okay.
What a bad way to put it.
The batch.
It's a particular group of victims.
Does it look like on this floor there's any sort of like, like a security room or server room, like some way I can access any cameras in the building if they have any?
Yeah, he had given Eos the master key, so you can make your way around. It is actually up on the second floor.
Okay.
So you could make your way up there. There's kind of a room in the back. Up top, there's a couple of nice offices, a conference room or two large tables in them. And then at the back of the building, there's sort of a room with a few monitors set up, security cameras. You've seen sort of the ceiling security cameras kind of peppered throughout. So Marcy heads upstairs with the key.
Okay.
To
and like, so if we've been doing this a while. Cool. If we've been doing this a while, like, would I have like a designated person I'd call and kind of put on the earbuds to kind of like, shh, this is what's going on?
Certainly.
I think I do.
All right.
Walkie-talkies, something like that.
Walkie-talkies.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Yeah. So Marcy gets up there and starts going through the security footage, while Eos, you start cleanup duty. Start mopping up.
Someone go with Mercy
blood.
Just in case.
Yeah, I was gonna say Una probably goes with her to watch her back just in case anything busts in on her.
That's a good idea because I'm a terrible fighter.
Okay. All right.
Buddy
Yeah, so
system.
All right, so you head upstairs as well.
I'm running the drone from the back of the van.
Yeah.
All right. So Ash, you send in the drone to sort of explore the rest of the building. While Marcy and Una are upstairs, Eos is cleaning. Tracy, where do you want to be?
Tracy is going to be hanging near Eos in like an area that is not covered in blood and is going to be scrolling on a tablet trying to find out more about the hungry dead.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll start there as Eos is cleaning up, doing a pretty good job. Y'all have run cleanup jobs before. It's mopping.
So
You're getting
gross.
paid $500 to mop. It's still really creepy though, because it's dark in here, except for the the emergency lights that are on. So, yeah, Tracy, you sit there, you scroll through, you find a couple of postings about the hungry dead. They tend to be lower star jobs unless you get a particularly sentient one. They tend to come in hordes, little mobs. You don't generally get just like one undead walking around. Occasionally you do. Stranger things have happened. But yeah, you can find a couple of things in there. Let me pull up the page here
Go ahead.
of my notes. Go notes, go. Load notes, load. So yeah, there's a couple of different types of hungry dead. The most common in the iHunt community, the internet is working with me, are, there we go. So the most common ones that you all generally come across have been what are called Romeros. There's a couple of different ways they can show up. Sometimes it's a weird disease, a strange outbreak that ends up reanimating a bunch of things for no real reason except weird science. Sometimes they don't know why they pop up. Sometimes they just pop up. They generally are not overly sentient, but again, a lot of people don't take jobs like these because it's hard to shoot something that looks kind of like you, because they do look like people. So that's tough. Occasionally you'll run into some corporation has been doing some terrible experiment or other and something's gone terribly wrong. There are some of the descriptions in here that don't even sound real to you. They just sound like stuff out of video games. Could be true. Could not. The main thing that you get from this is they're difficult to keep down. There are ways to injure them, obviously all the same ways that you can injure a human. You can injure hungry dead. They have the same anatomy. The real way that people have found to keep them down is to set them on fire. They tend to not get up from that.
Hey, this is like a science-y technology building, right? Where they do experiments and stuff, right, Eos?
I assume so. I know it's a tech place, it's a startup. I haven't really looked too far into it, actually.
I wonder if they're doing something here, because it seems like a lot of these sometimes crop up around where corporations are doing some not so savory experiments.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how else anyone could be that rich. Nick gave me $200 just without blinking, just straight up. Like, their family is
Wow.
disgustingly rich.
Yeah, that is pretty disgusting. You think you could give me $200?
I mean, you've got the whole card thing going on. You probably could get Nick to cough up some bucks. Yeah, he's not the
I'll
smartest
ask
guy.
him. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so I think after you get all this cleaned up, we should probably check out their lab spaces, maybe see if they have something going on down there that could be causing all this.
Sounds good. Just need to. Where do we put the body parts? I never thought about that actually. Where do you just chuck in a waste?
It's a science
For the
facility.
bike.
I'm sure they have waste tubs to dispose of materials in.
Over the phone, I say they might have an incinerator in the basement, especially if they have to get rid of important documents. They might burn them downstairs.
Yeah, look for any biohazardous waste disposal.
Mercy, would you be able to access the building floor plans and tell us where things are?
Yeah, they said I could get into the server room, so I can poke around, and I start getting out my laptop and getting out some software off a flash drive and start hanging out in the terminal to find stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll flip upstairs to Marcy and Yuna. Marcy, you've been sort of flipping through the security footage. Mostly it's people sitting in cubicles at computers, working. That you flip to the last couple of nights to find the interesting bits. You'll flip through it very quickly. It's not nice to watch. There are a few people who were here working well after closing. Tech crunch. A lot of us know how that is. Here very late working and are set upon by some things that look human for the most part. They are sort of shambling, sort of oddly moving. A few of them, a little spooky to look at. But yeah, ultimately you see these people sort of set upon by these creatures and summarily killed. It happens again the second night.
Yeah, I just kind of relay everything. I keep an earbud in for my phone, so my phone isn't blaring out to give our location away, but I kind of quietly tell the group through the phone, hey, this is what I see. Here's some unique identifiers about these creatures. How many do I see total?
That first night, there are 4 of them. The second night, there's about 7.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else out of the ordinary I see on those nights that they're getting attacked? Someone in particular that's there, or lights going out, or anything strange?
Let me think. You do see Mr. Garrison there both days. He owns the place, so he is sort of the one kind of locking up at the end of the day, leaving a key with somebody so they can stay late, clocking out at 5 and leaving the rest of them there. He's there both days. You do see after this most recent attack, a couple of people come in and move the bodies that are left, stacking them up into that closet where Eos found them.
Do they look like employees of the business, or do they have are they random people, or do they have a different company shirt on?
Yeah, they're wearing sort of those long sleeve jumpsuits, essentially looking like a cleanup crew.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of relay everything to the team. I kind of look at Yuna. I'm like, what are you thinking, Yuna?
I mean, it's kind of weird that he'd hire people just to come in and move the bodies and then hire us. Why not just have us move the bodies?
Yeah.
Plus, these people had families. Did he tell the families? Are the families going to be informed, or is he just gonna try to play it off like they just vanished?
I wonder if it's on the news, maybe? Maybe we do a little Google on the news, DuckDuckGo, and maybe sneak
Yeah.
around Boss Man's office a little bit. Like, oops, the camera's
Yeah,
went off.
I just want to be careful that he's not setting us up to take a fall, because that is immediately what sticks out in my mind, that he might be trying to pin this on us. So
That's a really good point.
keep our ears to the ground. I don't like this. I don't like anything, but I don't like this even more.
I have the phone near here. Thinking for ideas, because you're right.
Yeah, so the rest of you hear this conversation.
I mean,
I can keep an ear out outside as well. We don't want anybody getting the drop on us.
yeah. I think, I mean, as long as we've got access to the security cameras, we're quite literally doing cleanup. I mean, if anything, it would be kind of silly of him to tell us to do cleanup if he wants to pin it on us, right?
I mean, you said his brother's not terribly smart, and this is his fifth startup.
Yeah,
I mean,
might be worth more on the insurance. But hey, let's keep a backup of the footage just in case.
Okay.
But it's been kind of known that the police tend to not care about that sort of thing when they are handed money. So we should just focus on this and be prepared for the worst.
yeah, but
I have
don't
tons
wanna
of
give
backup flash drives. So.
And if push comes to shove, we can just put it online and then let the jury of the public deal with it. They're pretty vicious.
If he screws up, so we'll screw him right back.
Okay.
So I start hooking up the flash drive and like downloading things, making sure it's picking up recording, maybe like on an external hard drive. And was I able to find anything? Because I think Tracy had mentioned to kind of like hunt for some stuff to end up finding anything.
Let me think. You check the security cameras and you were looking for sort of a blueprint of the building. This section, this particular building where they have this company set up is actually not that big. The first floor is mostly the cubicles. There's like a set of small bathrooms, things like that. The second floor, you've got a couple of these large offices, the big conference rooms with conference tables, a couple of meeting rooms. This floor also has roof access. You know there is a basement as well from looking at this that you can sort of access from the first floor. But from where you are, it's mostly offices and computers.
Okay.
You haven't seen a lot of other equipment so far.
Right.
You
I
can
just
definitely get
relay
a
to
sense
the
of the
team.
layout of the building.
Marcy, while you were there, while you're looking through that footage, could you tell where the Hungry Dead were coming from? Like what wing of the complex, anywhere, any room in particular that were heading to, coming from, anything like that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you flip through the footage again while you are copying it. You do notice both times there's not a good camera angle to the end of this hallway, but there is sort of a back hallway where the bathrooms would be that leads out into the main area where the cubicles are. It seems like they're coming from down that direction. Jack, you muted.
It's bound to happen eventually.
It took us almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
I think, I mean, it depends how, if I've finished or nearly finished mopping up the viscera that's all over the floor, I'm going to try, like, at least listening out and maybe walking towards those bathrooms just to check if I can hear anything coming from there.
Okay. Yeah, you turn and you head down that hallway, putting the mop away for now. We'll deal with the bodies later. You head sort of sidle down that hallway. Again, it's dark except for the emergency lights that are out in the main area. When you look at the end of the hallway, there is a metal door with like a push handle on it. You don't see anything. You kind of listen down, except for your friends kind of shifting around upstairs. You don't hear anything.
I'm not gonna open this door just in case. I don't know if I can handle 7 hungry dead, but yeah, I was gonna hit everyone like, have you downloaded everything? Do you wanna go forward and see if we can, I guess, wipe out this horde? I want to check the bathrooms, but I don't want to go alone.
We have fire, right?
Yep, I got those ready in the back here. I can bring them in.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need fire. Yeah, I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be to try and face this.
We can draw them outside and then set them on fire so it doesn't cause any collateral damage.
Oh yeah,
It's a good idea.
Yeah. You don't want to be stuck in a building with things on fire anyways.
I guess.
You should have a nice dumpster out back.
All right. Well, let's assemble our weapons and who's going to be drawing them out, or at least looking for them to draw them out. And who's going to be, I suppose, waiting outside for us.
I'll happily draw them out.
I think a 2-man team should be the one to draw it out, just because we don't want anybody getting stuck or overwhelmed on their own. So I can stick with EOS. I could stick with EOS and drawing them out.
I'm not particularly strong or fast, so I probably should not be part of that.
How much of an arsonist are you?
Oh, me? Oh, I love fire.
Oh. I mean, in that case, do you want to double up on drawing them out and set them on fire? I don't know. I feel like we should distribute the jobs a little bit more evenly. We had the pleasure of blurring them out already.
Yeah,
I open up my
guess the three of
backpack.
us are already outside.
I'll open up my
Oh, keep
backpack and hand it to the cans that I got to Yuna. I'll be like, I'll watch the cameras if that's cool with everyone. And I'll just keep one of the cans for myself in case something breaks in. I can shoot them in the eyes. So
Sounds about right. We'll try not to set them on fire inside the building, but I mean, whatever happens, happens, right?
Okay. So you start getting weapons together. The two of you that are going inside. Yeah, what are you taking with you specifically?
Oh, I just have my really cool katana. I just go in with that.
Right. How could I forget about the katana that I said you could have? Alright, so the katana, you have some aerosol cans.
I've got that tire
Right.
iron, so I've got like one aerosol can on a holster on my belt. I've got the other one in hand and the tire iron in hand, and I've got a lighter somehow. I'll figure it out. I've got a lighter in my pocket
Somewhere. Okay. All right, so the two of you heading in, Tracy staying out, Marcy staying on the cameras, and Ash, you currently have your drone making its way around the building. Do you want to have it inside or outside?
It can be, if we're planning to draw it outside, I'm going to have it come back to me. Specifically, one of my edges for utility drone is I can spend a fate point to give it one skill equal to my maker skill level. So I'm going to give it assassin. So the drone will. She's just going to like duct tape one of the butcher knives onto the front of this drone so that when the time comes, she can use it to help set up something with the group.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, so we'll send the point and give one of the many knives that Tracy stole duct taped to the front of this drone you have built. And get ready to send it out into the crowd. Should there be one, I am going to hop on. Something spooky. Let's get spooky
And
in
I'm
here.
guessing that Tracy grabbed one of the aerosol spray cans and she has a lighter.
Okay. All right. So Yuna with a couple, Tracy with an aerosol can and a lighter waiting outside. Marcy, you watch on the cameras as two of your crew, Yuna and Eos, make their way back into the building through the door and around the first floor. Where do you want to go? Or where would you like to look specifically?
The bathrooms, right? That's where we saw in the footage that they were coming from. So I'm gonna like just give Yuna a nod just to make sure that she's ready, and then first I'm gonna like slam on the door to see if I can hear anything getting riled up from the sound of it.
Okay. Yeah, you head sort of halfway down this hallway to one of the bathroom doors, and you bang on the door. You don't hear anything. You kind of bang on the door again, and then from inside you hear sort of a low grumble. Almost.
Can I tell if it's more than one?
Hard to say. It's not super loud. Could just be one.
Yeah. I just like draw my katana and slowly push the door open.
Okay. You slowly push the door open, katana in hand, Yuna right behind. You look through into sort of the darkened bathroom. It's a small room with like a couple of stalls and a sink, and you see sort of back in one corner, sort of illuminated by the emergency lights that are coming through, this humanoid form kind of shambling around in the corner. And as you open the door, you see it as kind of turned to look in your direction, and cutting through the dark, it's got these sort of like pinpoints of like yellow light for eyes. You can hear it sort of growling.
Ooh.
So it starts to walk towards you, and it starts to walk a little bit faster. And it starts to sort of scramble towards you, Eos, and you see it sort of raise its arms and go to grab at you. We're going to do mini initiative. This will be a fun test. I'm going to put on some exciting music first. This will be fun. So this thing sort of makes its way towards you. I'm going to pull for now instead of rolling. I'm just going to pull from the athlete skill. Do either of you have that?
I do.
And what rating do you have?
+3. I'm a good athlete.
Okay. You know nothing? Zip. All right.
Oh, no.
So Eos, yours is the highest, so we're gonna have you go first, then the creature, and then Yuna. That's how we're gonna do this for now, to simplify things. We might get into rolling for initiative later, but this is a simple way to do it. So Eos, as the thing makes its way toward you, getting ready to swipe, you have the drop on it a little bit. So you have 1 of 4 actions you can take. What do you want to do?
I want to slash at his hand. I want to cut his hand off with my katana. I want to use it at least once.
Okay. So you're going to try to attack. It is going to defend from you. So you can roll. Is there a particular skill set you would like to use for sword swinging?
I think there's actually I want to use assassin, and there's a stunt I want to use. I don't know how this works. Can I use a stunt?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to use a stunt called disabling shot.
Okay.
And
what did it do?
Does hold on. I think it's like I can target a specific part of the body and disable that part. And I'm loading up the sheet now.
That's cool.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through.
No, you're good.
There we disabling shot. Yeah, sometimes one hit won't do it, so you need to take out a limb, an eye, a tentacle, whatever. Spend a fate point when you've made a successful attack to apply a situational aspect to the target, in addition to the normal effects of the hit.
Okay, so a roll, and then if you are successful in hitting it, we can talk about adding an aspect to this creature if you don't just take it out. So go ahead and roll to attack. You can use something like, let's see,
I use
how to
assassin.
list. Yeah, you can use assassin.
Okay,
So we'll roll and add that.
4.
Okay, we are gonna roll to defend.
Oh god. Whoa, okay.
So I rolled a
Down.
-4. I'm going to say, let's see. So this is where we start getting into shifts. So you've got a 4 on your attack. I've got a -4 on my defense. The number on that is so bonkers. So essentially what you would do is subtract the defense from the attack. So it would be a shift of 8 if I'm doing my math correctly. And there's no way that it can sustain that. That's a ridiculous number. So yeah, regardless of stunts, you're able to take this out. Tell me what it looks like. Tell me how you do it. How do you completely disable this thing?
I think I'm pretty sure that the only way to take it out is with fire. So I thought, I might as well have some fun before we set it alight. So I probably try to just swing for its head, but instead just, if I can, just straight up just cut its head off straight off. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just saying, like, whoa, that was fucking awesome,
Bro.
Yeah, you see in one swipe, Eos, like he's been using a katana his entire life, just swings it around, full swing over his head, and just, and it's not like, it's pretty dull. It's been sitting on somebody's wall for a few years, so yeah, it just like swings through and just like, and you hear this, as its head just sort of rolls off and hits the floor, and the body just kind of stands there, like swaying back and forth.
I want to poke its standing body.
you poke it. It kind of stumbles backwards, and then like it starts to fall over. It's kind of a slow process, but it kind of falls to one side, and there's this loud thud, which, Marcy, you sort of you can't really see what's happening because there's a camera in the hallway. So you see
Okay.
Eos having sort of like banged on the door and then go into the bathroom. And so what you can see from your perspective is Yuna just kind of standing there like watching, and then her face is just like she's like, this rocks. Yeah, so the body kind of falls over in front of you. It lays there for a moment, and then Eos, you can see its hand kind of start twitching again.
Ooh.
And like grabbing around on the floor.
I mean, in that case, I just tend to, like, I mean, I just wanted to. I don't know if we're going to be able to lure it out without a head. Should we just like drag it outside?
I mean, I guess like by the feet, so it doesn't like grab at us. I'll get the. Oh, I don't want to get the head, but I should get the head, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Actually, no. I want to get the head. I'll get the head because then I want to hold it up.
Okay, you get that. That's your trophy. Okay, I'll drag it by the legs.
Grab it by like the hair. It's like.
Yeah, grab by the hair. You're holding a human head. It's a little unsettling.
How fresh does it look? Does it look like it's rotting? Is it like they just became a hungry dead like yesterday? Or has it been like years? Like what level
what level of dead are we dealing with?
Yeah.
There's you look at it, there is little to no rot or anything. It's extremely pale. And a little bit sunken, kind of protruding cheekbones, things like that. But it's not rotting necessarily. It doesn't smell or anything like that. It's definitely not like the ones in the movies. It very much looks like just a person.
Okay, yeah. I just thought, okay, that was cool. I'm starting to feel bad.
Yeah, let's just get this outside.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you finally got ahead in life, huh?
Oh.
If we don't joke about it, it's gonna turn into trauma. If we don't joke about it, it'll turn into trauma. Let's joke about it.
So I hear everyone over the phone, and I'm like, you know how there's a guy that pushes a cart with paper on it? That'd probably be a great thing to push bodies out. And yeah.
Like the mail.
Yeah, that could work.
I'm gonna I'll go look around if I can see any like a mail cart lying around. I'm gonna dump the head and body on.
Okay.
Lunch will never be the same again.
Nope. I love the tagline of this show should be, if we don't joke about it, it will become trauma. That's a big mood. That might be somebody's big mood later. You look around. If I don't joke about it, it'll become trauma.
There you go, Yuna, really you got it.
That's very good, actually.
Can I have like Katana Master as my aspect?
I love swords.
Oh yeah.
Good at swords. I love swords.
Good at
I love
swords.
it. We're workshopping some of the aspects, and that's legit one of my favorite parts of this game. Those are great. I love them. Eos, you look around. Marcy, from where you are looking at the cameras, you can kind of direct him to one of these back rooms. There's a couple of like push carts where people have probably been moving around, like boxes of files and stuff like that. So you can direct him to one of those.
It's like B7 on Battleship.
Okay.
Ground control to Major Eos. I have found you a cart. So you get the cart. You put the body on it, and Ash and Tracy, you see coming out front. Ash, you see it from the drone first. Your two friends, unharmed, and pushing a cart with a decapitated body on it.
Wow.
Good. That's one.
Yeah.
Should I should you just dump it on the ground here in the parking lot and I can just set it on fire, or?
Yeah, I think it's still moving, so probably setting on fire now is the best option.
All right,
And I kind of
dump it, I
roll
guess.
it off the cart and dump it.
All right, you dump it off the cart, kind of toss the head over next to it, nudging it a little bit. And Tracy, you take the aerosol can and the lighter, holding it as far away from yourself as you can, probably, and you burn it. You set a small fire in the parking lot. I'll let you guys think about.
This girl is on fire.
Sienna,
Down house.
and Marcy start singing songs about fire to deal with the situation. I'll let you all think about what that smells like. You move forward. So you found one. How would you like to continue? Got a couple of things at your disposal, including the cameras and also Ash's drone. So we're going to try to find the rest and draw them out.
Yeah, I probably check the bathroom just one more time, just in case there were any like cubicles or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, you check the bathroom again, so you're going into a couple of the stalls, kicking them open. You don't see any others. Like you had a straggler in there.
We're good in here.
Can I?
I was gonna say, yeah, Marcy, do you know where any of the others are? Can you see them?
Do I see anything? And if not, I might also call Ash and be like, "Hey, do you see anything on the camera of the drone? Because maybe the drone can get to places I can't see on the camera system."
I was thinking we could probably draw them out with music too.
Ooh, big Left 4 Dead energy.
Saints metal. A little open
Yeah.
and Shelburne.
I'll recall the drone and like duct tape my phone to it and just turn on metal play mix and just send it back in.
Okay. Yeah, so Marcy, you can see cameras on the floor you're on, you can see cameras on the first floor. You know there's a basement. There are no cameras currently connected down there. So looking from where you're looking, you don't see any others around you. If they were, it's not that big of a building. They probably would have found you by now, except for the one that got trapped in the bathroom. But yeah, you do know there's a basement. There is that metal door at the end of the hallway, which you can gather probably leads down there.
Okay, so I'll relay it to the team. I'll be like, might check the middle door or the basement. Everything else is clear within camera view.
Okay, we'll head to the basement. I'll probably let the drone go down first.
Yeah,
Alright.
send the drone down.
All right, Ash, so you strap your phone to the drone, and you send it. Somebody sort of opening the door so it can squeeze through, and you find it sort of looking through the camera that you've sort of rigged up on it. You see a set of stairs. It sort of makes its way down into a darkened basement area. There are a few rooms down here. You start to have it sort of make its way around. There are lots of file storage down here. A couple of rooms with just these huge shelves with boxes and boxes of old files. You sort of have it zoom past those. Lots of file cabinets. Some of this stuff probably hasn't been touched in forever. Garrison is on like his 5th startup company, and who knows who he bought the building from. So there's a ton of stuff down here. You find a like an old boiler room. Probably hasn't been used in a while since the building has been upgraded. And then towards the back, in one of these rooms that's got sort of filing cabinets all around the wall, on the camera you see movement. And you see a few of these same sort of human-looking figures kind of milling around.
I got eyes.
How many?
Several. I'll just crank the volume up from the remote, and just to keep in theme, it's playing Rammstein's Fire Fright, so it'll draw them out there.
Love it. Let's put on some bigger music for you. All right. You crank up the music on your phone, and you see, as they are illuminated by the light from the screen, these figures sort of turn towards you kind of all at once, and you see these like pinpoints of eyes starting to make their way slowly at first towards the source of the noise. You start to pilot the drone back up, sort of up the stairs and through towards the door, kind of maneuvering it. Let me let me get you to roll for sort of maneuvering one of your favorite pieces of technology, sort of away from and out of reach of these things, while still keeping them nearby. You got something for that? Which thing?
Let's see. Probably could still just maybe Maker.
Maker?
No, Maker is just building. I mean, if I could justify controlling it with Maker. There's also Hacker that I could do, for just computer use for pilot it remotely.
Yeah, we'll say Hacker for piloting.
Okay.
That sounds like a skill set that would be useful to you here, being able to do this under pressure.
Right. Just making sure my number is right. Okay.
Man, I just looked back at Roll20. I can't believe I rolled 4 minuses. All right, what we got?
6.
A 6. That is fantastic. Very, very good. So yeah, almost effortlessly, the pressure not getting to you. You know how to use this thing. You built it. You've done this, maybe not with Hungry Dead involved, but you've done this before. But yeah, you watch, sort of looking back every now and then, Ash very deftly piloting this drone with the phone speaker attached to it up all the way to the basement door, which is currently closed, and Eos and Yuna from the other side. You hear sort of the whirring of the drone, and then the sort of growling that is becoming louder and louder as these figures start to shamble up faster and faster up these metal stairs. Wait for the right moment.
Yeah.
Swing the door open and run. Do you stay?
Yeah. I mean, if the door stays open without going there.
Okay, yeah. You fling with a warning from Ash. You fling the door open, holding it just long enough for the drone to go, and sort of the first of these creatures to make their way through. And you see sort of a hand wrap around the corner and slam into the metal door, holding it open. The two of you take that as your cue, and you run. It's not very far to go. You follow the drone sort of down the hallway through the cubicles, and throwing open the glass doors. Marcy, you watch this on the camera, and Tracy from outside near the dying fire that you had already started, you see a flying drone blasting this metal music, and followed quickly by Eos and Yuna, just booking it. And very close behind them, there is a group of about 8 of these Hungry Dead following you. They are running, sort of snarling, growling, and catching up. Let's do initiative so you can fight a bunch of Hungry Dead in a parking lot. How's that sound?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Cool.
All right, we're just right now we're just basing this off of the athlete skill. So I know Eos, you have a 3. in that?
Yep.
Does anyone else have anything higher than that?
Not higher,
1,
no.
Yuna, 0. Ash, what you got?
1. I got a
1.
1.
Marcy.
Okay, so how do we roll for
Just what is your? Do you have the athlete skill in any of your? Any of your things?
It's in my +2.
+2. Okay. So we'll involve everyone in this. We're just gonna go in order of that. So we'll have Eos, Marcy, Tracy, and Ash. You can decide how you want to sort of work in unison. We'll get the cliches, and then Yuna. So we'll start with Eos, as these things are sort of running after you. You make your way out into the parking lot, sort of turning over your shoulder to see this group of about 7 of these hungry dead now running at you, sort of arms outstretched, growling. But you beat them to the punch. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go for one of their legs. Like just swipe at one of the legs and try and take them, at least knock them down. Probably
Okay.
one of the front, so they have something to jump over or trip over, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to take out a leg. I mean, that sounds like an attack to me.
Yep.
Right.
Again, I'm gonna go assassin, and maybe actually get to use my stunt this time.
Yeah,
if I
we'll
need
see.
to.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, go ahead and hit me. You can add assassin to that.
+3.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for them to defend. It's badly they've done. It's 0. So 4 minus 0 is 4. All right, so you, Eos, you stop very quickly, sort of in front of one of the ones that is in front, take out the katana and sort of swing low, just severing straight through a leg, and the creature kind of goes toppling over itself. Yeah, sort of past you, and then slowly trying to pick itself up off of the ground, but it did not like that. I'm gonna hand it off to Marcy. You are still inside the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you
so,
can see sort of what's happening from those front security cameras.
Okay, so I'll have like my laptop out with Kali Linux, and I might start scanning like the area for like maybe an electric forklift or something electronic that moves that I could hack into. Is there anything like that in the lot? Because I might use that to run over one of the zombie thingies.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna tell you no. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll say over in like the alley, sort of between this building and the complex and the next one, there's, I don't know, a forklift is good. We'll go with the forklift. I'm gonna say they were trying to get rid of all these dang files they haven't looked at in 10 years. So yeah, you see sort of from outside a forklift sitting in an alley. That can't be safe. There's got to be fines for that.
I will use my hacker stunt while I do this.
Okay.
And I'll run a script once I'm into the forklift and aim it so that it runs over one of the bad guys but doesn't hit one of my friends. Maybe I use like I'm playing a video game, EDS, and I have to like, move it around.
Yeah, so let's start with a roll. It's not really an attack. This feels like creating an advantage. I mean, for yourself. So go ahead and roll me for that. You can use your hacker.
Okay.
Skill.
I'll also use my hacker skill. That's for my ability, and then I'll use my stunt and give me. Does it give me extra dice or anything, or?
It will say in the, let's see, what's the text of the stunt?
I don't know. And if I pull up my computer, it's gonna slow down my video.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I'll write these down for next time. I can do a normal roll.
No, you're great.
So.
This is this one of your hacker stunts?
It's for the kink, the fooey.
Yes.
So it's the top. I think it's page 45. I think. So
Let's see.
in
Let's
that
see.
a little bit after 45.
Let's find out. This would be a good time to find out.
I'm just gonna find this book in print. So.
I encourage it. Let's see. Nights. Fooey's. Here we go. Why is my book so zoomed in? Da 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 da. All right. Hacker's reference. Let's see. So long as the edge hasn't already been established and your actions tie directly to using a computer, you start with the edge.
Okay. And
So if you wanted to, for this particular roll, you could use that edge die.
okay, and that's just the regular D6, right?
Yeah, that's the regular d6.
Okay, cool. Ooh, nice. Okay, so the roll would be 2, but I rolled a 5 on dice, so that'd be 7. Would that be right?
Wow. Yes.
Okay.
So let's see. So you're going to, it feels like putting in a new situational aspect, perhaps tied to the environment. So let's create one. What are we adding to the environment? Dangerous forklift.
Like
What do you think?
Oil slick? I don't know.
Runaway forklift.
Runaway forklift is very good.
I like
yeah,
that.
so you're what you've done here is sort of create yourself an advantage by adding to the situation a runaway forklift, which you can then invoke for free on this next thing that you do. So that will be your action for this time, and when you get back around, you've got an aspect that you can definitely invoke one for free. So all of you from outside hear from the alley the sort of revving up of a large engine, and then just kind of rolling out from the alley is a forklift, and no one's driving it.
I inform everyone over the phone, he says.
Marcy just comes over the phone very quickly, like, that's me. I'm doing this. It's not haunted.
Oh, thank God I thought I was possessed.
Yeah, it reminds me too. No, I was really worried because the last job we had, there was a runaway forklift and it was possessed, so I just didn't want to make that mix up again.
Not again. Never again.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So the forklift comes rolling around as Eos has just taken down one of these creatures that kind of goes tumbling and starting to pull itself off of the ground again. Tracy and Ash, the two of you sort of acting simultaneously. You all can decide who goes first if you want to set the others up for something.
Do you have anything you want to do, Tracy?
Well, see, I have this fire, and I have this aerosol spray can, and I was thinking I would use that. Again.
That's what it's there for. Let's get it.
Okay, so you want to try to kill him with fire?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll for me to attack.
Okay.
If you have any skills or stunts you would like to try to use. If not, that's okay.
I have Survivor, and I have Athlete.
Okay.
I feel like one of those would give me the skill to aim a makeshift flamethrower.
Let me take a look. So if I remember correctly, Survivor is meant for more of like mental fortitude.
Okay.
Which could potentially be useful because you are facing down a group of hungry dead that are running at you as you try to keep yourself steady. Athlete is also good for this, just to physically sort of pull this off while staying out of the way.
Okay. I think I'll go with Survivor.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. And I got a roll. That's +2. That's a 5.
Okay. We're going to defend. Or they're not.
Let's just keep these bad rolls coming. Yeah, I'm down for this.
Y'all are good at this game. Great. I've rolled a -4. Wow. Let's see. I said there were 7. One's on the ground. You're gonna take out a few of several of them. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Let me get one zombie attack in here. Let me get one hungry dead. What is even 9? That's not even... It's not even a thing. All right. Let me see. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be 3 of them that you can catch. So a good chunk of them. Yeah. You all see Tracy, who I don't know. Tracy, how y'all have been doing this together for a little while. Do you often find yourself on the front lines?
No.
Doing the fighting? No.
Nope.
All right, so what's going through Tracy's head in that moment?
I was just gonna laugh at frat boys tonight. I did not want to do this, so fuck these zombies. I'm gonna take out as many as possible right now because I want to go home. Spite.
Tracy. Spite. Oh, that's yes.
Her
aspects.
her
Spite.
vision board is spite, so spite is what's going through her head.
Wonderful. Yeah, so you all see Tracy, who does not normally find herself on the front lines for these missions, sort of hands shaking, kind of steel herself, and you see this sort of like angry, just like spiteful look come across her face as she throws out the aerosol can in front of her, lighting the lighter, and just 3 of them that have sort of broken off and are running straight towards her are just sort of engulfed in this huge like burst of flame, and you hear this this like growling and like screaming sound as they start to kind of tumble over themselves, trying to put the fire out. It doesn't happen, and the life is burned out of them. Thank you, Deus Ex Mod, for the donation of a reroll for me.
Oh no.
Oh, just
Big
a bit
ups.
late.
To you, my new best friend. All right, so thank you so much for that, seriously, for that donation. We really appreciate it. Wow, okay. Ash.
I'm gonna send Knife Drone in to help. And particularly, Knife Drone is gonna whiz in and it's gonna try and stab one in the head that is behind Yuna. Keep her covered.
Okay. Excellent. So providing backup with the drone that has now both your phone and a knife duct taped to it.
Yep.
You send the drone over, and so you gave it the aspect assassin.
Yep. So it is gonna attack.
Which seems very good for trying to stab something in the head. So I'll go ahead and have you roll an attack with your drone. You can add assassin to it.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to have Assassin, which runs off of my Maker, so it's going to be a +4 for 4.
Wow, for 4. All right. Da-da-da-da. Okay.
Hey,
I've got a
that's not
3.
negative.
It's not. It might be the first time it's not negative. So you got a 4. I've got a 3. So that shift will be 1. So yeah, you fly the the drone with the knife sort of in front of it. Yuna, you hear it kind of like buzzing, and then you hear kind of a sickening sound as it drives the knife. You don't quite get into its head because it's really sort of sturdy, but it kind of slides down. It kind of right into its neck, and it you see it sort of turn its attention to the drone and start to swipe at it. I'm gonna have our friendly neighborhood hungry dead take a turn. They are sort of scrambling now, things having taken a big turn. Some of them, however, unfazed. The one that has the knife in it is sort of swatting at the drone, trying to get it off of it. So I'm gonna have it roll for that to, I don't know if it's attacking. It's probably just attacking the drone. Does the drone have any sort of stats or anything like that? Other than it has the assassin one. Does it have anything else? You're muted, Rin.
I didn't even see. I muted myself. Sorry. It has a +2 defense or opposition from quality craftspersonship.
Okay.
Otherwise, I didn't see there was any stat block.
Okay. So it will be able to. You'll be able to roll to defend. So I'm gonna roll to attack. They're gonna get a 2. Boop, boop. I've rolled a 1. I'm going to use my reroll. I'm just going to use them while I have them. I've rolled a 3. All right, so you can roll to defend. So you'll roll same as the others. You can add the defense of your drone. You can roll for it. As you try to sort of maneuver it out of the way, you've crafted it very well, so hopefully it can stand up to this.
2.
Okay, so say 3 minus 2 is a shift of 1. So it is. It's going to damage it. It's not going to, I will say, completely take it out of commission again because it does have that stat. It is sort of defensible, but you hear some sort of cracking as the camera sort of shakes and things start to flash a little bit. The drone kind of sort of shivering in the air a little bit as parts of it are damaged. You are going to have to fix it, but it is still currently in use. So yeah, the other hungry dead are sort of making their way towards Eos and Yuna, and Tracy, sort of by extension. I don't know that they will quite get to you, but they will sort of move toward the 2 of you and a couple in the front, sort of launching themselves at you. Eos, you first, because you are the biggest target. I'm going to have them roll to attack you. That is a 1. You can roll me to defend. You're muted.
God damn it. I need to remember to unmute myself. Can I use fight to defend? Is that a thing I can do?
Probably. It sounds like something you'd be able to do. Let's see. You're a scrapper, brawler. It's a skill set for fighting. That seems like a good use of fighter.
Yeah.
On 96, it actually lists everything that you can do with each one.
I just saw it. So yeah, I can defend it. Yeah. So
the checklist. You're right.
So yeah, I'm gonna defend myself when any comes at me. I'm gonna swing that katana. I'm in the mood. Like I've been doing pretty good with this katana. I wanna hopefully keep this going. But yeah, I'm gonna fighter for that, and that's a +4.
Okay, so yes, so that would be 1 minus 3. You're gonna shift it down, to 0 to below 0. So yeah, as they sort of come at you, you are in. The sword has put you in a mood. You are ready, and you're sort of able to rebuff them. For the most part, they aren't able to sort of get in a good swing. You're ready with the sword, and it is sort of fending them off. Yuna, the same, as a couple of them come out swinging and sort of dive toward you. I'm gonna have them roll to attack, and that is a 2 for me. And you can roll to defend.
I'm probably just gonna defend with fighter because I have that and it exists.
It makes sense.
Yes. It just works.
It is for fighting.
2.
Okay, let's do it. So yeah, we're gonna take it down to 0. Wow. Yeah, so and Yuna, kind of scrappy and like Eos, ready for a fight, sort of getting out of the way, kind of rebuffing them as they are just a little bit slower and a little bit weaker than you are. So you've kind of got them on the ropes here. The ones that are left are in front of Eos and Yuna, and we're gonna bring it back around. Everyone's gone, yes? Yes, we're gonna bring it back around. Not, because Yuna hasn't gone yet. To Yuna. I was like looking. I had you all in a list, and I was like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
Yeah,
Miss Yuna.
Yeah. It's fire time. It's
fire time.
It's time for fire.
Fight undead with fire.
Yeah. I'm a firefighter apparently, because that's the skill that I'm using.
All right, let's get an attack.
4.
They're gonna try to defend from fire. Or not. That's a 0 for me, so that's gonna be 4 shifts. Yeah, so for that, there are 4 of them left. You see Yuna sort of diving out of the way as these things swing at her, turning around, and the 2 of them that have dove at you, you sort of back off just enough to keep yourself out of danger and just blast them with this aerosol can, setting them aflame. And again, the 2 kind of crumple to the ground. All right, there are only a couple of them left. So we'll come back around to